Hey y'all, welcome back to the Buzz with KDB. But first, here's a word from our sponsor. Maggie Joe's Handmade is a small family-owned business making all-natural laundry products that are just as safe as they are effective. From laundry detergent and scent boosters to upholstery deodorizers and wool dryer balls, everything is handmade in small batches using clean, simple ingredients with no harsh chemicals ever. If you're ready to upgrade your laundry game and make sure your whole house smells amazing, they've got you covered. As a listener of the Buzz with KDB, you get an exclusive 15% off your first order with code BUZZIN15 at checkout. Just head to MaggieJoesHandmade.com and treat your laundry to something naturally fresh. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the Buzz with KDB. Today we are at Camp Margaritaville and Hayden Haddock is performing here tonight and I'm joined with him. So what's up, Hayden? How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to be out of the heat that we were talking about.
It's hot out here, but it'll get pretty tonight.
Yeah, it'll be much better once the sun goes down.
Yes, exactly. I think you'll get a little chilly even. Maybe not on stage.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. So kind of give me the backstory of how you got started in music. Have you always been playing it? Or?
Yeah, no, not at all. Did not grow up in a musical family or anything like that. Pretty much the only musical ties we have would be my grandfather played the trumpet in a jazz band when he was in college to help pay for college things.
Yeah.
And then my sweet, lovely grandmother swears she sang on the radio growing up. Whether that's true, I don't think anyone's fact checked it. But other than that, growing up, we're a big sports family. I grew up with 2 older brothers, and I've got a younger brother, but all just played sports, football, baseball, all that stuff. And then fast forward, I was about 14 years old, and every year for Christmas, for a handful of years, my dad would always give us Kenny Chesney tickets when he would come and play at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And that year we went, and it was Eric Church, kind of in his real chief days, as direct support for Kenny. And Kenny was great as always, but there was something when I left there about watching Eric Church's set that I basically went home and I told my parents that I wanted a guitar and to take guitar lessons. And of course my dad was like, well, I'm not buying you one, because I know you're going to pick it up for a week and then never touch
like
it.
Most parents say.
Ended up talking him into buying me a cheap little Yamaha starter guitar. I took, I think, 3 or 4 months of lessons, something like that. Learned pretty quick. But then all through high school and all that stuff, I was too shy. I'm very shy at heart, believe it or not. But so I wouldn't play like for my family, friends, whatever, and singing wasn't even in the question,
So they were like, why did you pick this
up?
I
would just play, wait till late at night after everybody was asleep and play in my room and all that stuff. And then finally got down to Texas A&M for my freshman year of college. And I almost didn't even take a guitar, but I ended up taking this little travel-sized Taylor I had gotten because, again, I had roommates and I knew I didn't want to play in front of anybody, so there was no point. But I took one, and basically my roommate at the time, he was, trying to be funny, and I had a girl that I was dating over at the time, and he told her that, I could sing real well and play the guitar, and so...
And of course, you were trying to impress her.
Yeah, exactly, and so I ended up, getting the nerves together and played her a song, and my roommate ended up recording a little snippet of it and sending it to my family or putting it on Snapchat, something like that.
He does sing.
Yeah, they're
it's
like,
not a myth.
That's everybody's like, you're not half bad. So I think 2 or 3 months later, I played my very first acoustic show.
That's crazy. In College Station?
No, I actually did it in, I think it was actually in Addison up near Dallas, but I actually played 4 songs on the break of a house jazz band. It was a jazz bar that somehow someone in my family kind of knew the owner, and that was just, because we knew nothing about how to book a show or whatever. So, anyways, that was the first gig, but been rolling ever since. So
that's cool. What'd you major in?
Construction science.
And you do nothing with that?
No, I've never used it other than I had to do my internship. So I worked for a buddy of mine for like 6 months as a home builder in College Station.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And actually, I did some stuff with Mr. BJ over there off camera. He does construction during the week, so I would go out there and help them for some extra money during college. But no, the goal is to never fully use it, I guess.
That's so crazy to me. All these musicians that go to college for something, and you're like, wow, I would not expect that.
Yeah, that was kind of my family's whole thing when I, kind of started taking music seriously. Was they said, hey, look, we'll support you fully in what you want to do,
but having like a backup plan.
But you're going to get your degree.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, at least you got it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Glad it's over though.
Yeah. So you mentioned Eric Church. Is he totally just one of your biggest music inspirations, or
he's definitely one of them? Especially like I said, those I call it his Chief days, like that Chief record, back to ball cap and sunglasses. That's my favorite era of Eric Church. But yeah, I mean Eric Church, Cody Johnson, of course, grew up.
Yeah.
Going to watch him. One of my older brothers actually turned me and my whole family onto Cody back when Cody was selling 100 tickets or whatever it was, and so we'd go around and see him at Billy Bob's and Silver Saloon and Terrell and all this stuff, and but yeah, and then of course I'm a big '90s country guy. So I mean George Strait, Tracy Lawrence, Clay Walker, all those kind of guys.
Yeah. Who would you say is like your Mount Rushmore?
That's a good question. I guess I'd have to go with like George Strait, Clay Walker, Tracy Lawrence, maybe like Clint Black, something like that. But it's hard for me to decide between those nine.
Yeah,
really, a lot of those '90s guys.
It's hard to determine. Like they're all so similar but so different, and they were all big. Yeah, people still know them
that was
today.
A great era of country music.
100%. So, what did you know you wanted to do country? Like.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we grew up listening to, and of course, my brothers would turn on rap and hip hop every now and then.
What's this?
We all go through our phases growing up. But no, that's mainly what we listened to. My dad was like a huge Randy Travis fan. My uncle was kind of the one that turned us on to like Tracy Lawrence stuff. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I don't think me or anyone could see me trying to be the next Eminem or something.
Oh yeah, especially from Texas. Yeah. Like you're from Texas, like you might as well be a country artist. Like it makes sense. It's in your blood. So along the lines of your own type of music, what is like while you're writing, what do you kind of goes through your head? Like, do you typically write like from experience or based on like just things you hear? Like, what is kind of a typical writing session for you like?
It's really always kind of a mix of everything. Really, a lot of the times, like because I know there's some people who don't like co-writes. Some people love them. I'm one of the people that loves them. And I guess part of it probably is I didn't start writing until later, kind of after me starting the whole music thing. Yeah. I was kind of given some songs at the beginning. Had never written a song, never tried. Well, actually, I take it back. I did try once, and it was god awful. But no, so I think that helps me. And luckily, over the years, I've been very blessed and fortunate to get in the room with some great songwriters that have written some big old hits that I probably had no business being in the room with, but made it somehow. And so I've definitely learned a lot doing that. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, kind of going there. Sometimes it's an idea. Sometimes it's something somebody said at the bar while you're drinking a beer. And you're like, that's a song right there. That happens a lot. I was just in Nashville a few weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, and there was 2 or 3 of those moments. But
you're just like,
no,
wait.
It's really just a mix. But usually someone either has like a title or an idea, something like that. And I guess what I was getting at with the co-write thing, it's always great to have other minds. Well, in my opinion.
You can pick their brains, and maybe they'll spout out an idea, and you can kind of run with it. And especially like they're songwriters. Yeah.
It's always cool is like if you have an idea or a line or something, and you might think of it meaning one thing, but then you hear what they have to say and it's totally different, but you're like, oh, but that's a great idea.
Exactly, because then you're like, think of a fan listening to it. They can have this experience from this experience. Like I feel like as a fan, hearing musicians like, oh, you hear someone say, this is how I think of it. You're like, no, I think of it this way. Yep. So it's kind of cool having songs that all just kind of blend together like that.
Yeah, definitely.
What's some of your favorite covers to perform? Because you probably throw covers in your sets, right? What are some of your favorites?
Yeah,
get the crowd
we do a handful of covers, and then we have one section that we started doing a while back that always goes. We do a big '90s country medley. Oh, so it's just little snippets of a bunch of hits. But one that's been a staple for a long time is 2 Dozen Roses. Oh yeah. We started doing that a while back, and family, friends, everybody, not to toot my own horn, but they're always like, you sing that well. Yeah. Obviously, everybody knows the song. So that's one that really has never left our set since we started playing it. But other than that, we do the 90s thing. So we've got some George Strait in there, Clay Walker, Tracy Lawrence, again, kind of the guys I mentioned earlier. We've got some Rick Trevino in there. And then, of course, we do some Toby Keith. Can't go wrong with Toby.
Exactly.
But so definitely a lot of that 90s stuff.
Like, I feel like that's the perfect way to get a crowd rowdy.
Yeah.
Especially when they've never heard of you before.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, oh, let me sing a song you do know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know so many people are against, like, artists singing covers because it's like, no, I'm here to listen to your original music. But it's like, if you throw a song in there everyone knows, they might pay attention afterwards.
Well, and yeah, I mean, I've always thought it's cool. Even some of the bigger guys, you know, I've always thought it's cool, even when they do covers. Sometimes it's cool to hear someone else sing a real big hit song.
Exactly.
That you know what I mean? So
yeah, they're just like, oh, I love this song, and then they're singing it. It's just like, that's how music should be sometimes. Like, if you really appreciate someone's work, you should do a cover of it, especially if you're an artist.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely all for the cover thing.
Yes. So, kind of along the lines of performing, I saw you're looking for a lead guitar player. What is something that it takes to be in your band?
Good question.
Like, what is like your non-negotiables? You're like,
yeah, I
you
mean,
need to have
obviously the easy one. I mean, be a great musician.
Yes.
We've done well over the years. You know, we've had a really good band, and of course we've had some players swap out over the years. I mean, it's just kind of name of the game. It happens for various reasons. But obviously be a great musician. You know, we look obviously for the best that we can get. But outside of that, I mean, main thing is be a good person. We always try to be, you know, just good to people. And that, what I've been told by many people is you'll be shocked how far that can take you in this business by not being an a-hole, basically.
That's true, yeah.
So definitely that. You know, get along with everybody, be clean, take showers.
Be clean.
You know, I don't know, but no, we're pretty open as long as you learn the material, show up to work, be ready to travel. That's a big one.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What are do you think you and your band have a good dynamic? Like, how did you kind of find them? Like,
together. Yeah, we're. I mean, my guys are some of my best friends in the world.
That's important.
But yeah, no, like again, BJ off camera over there. He's my drummer. He's with me. Coming up on 7 years, about 7 years, something like that. And he played for a cover band that they kind of play around the area. He played for them for like 15 years, something like that. And that was about the time we were looking for looking for a full-time drummer. And so he came along. He's been with me ever since. He's kind of my right-hand man, hence why he's here while we're doing this. But other than that, then like, I mean, even my merch guy, he's been with me a little bit longer. He started following me around when I was doing just acoustic stuff before we had a band. And then other than that, like our guitar player that's stepping off the road, and he's doing that to spend more time with his family. He just had a new baby,
that
so
makes sense.
very understandable. But he's been with me about 3 years, 2.5 years, something like that. But yeah, really, I guess how you find them is nowadays you got social media, so we kind of just make a post, and that's a cool thing too, especially in Texas. But I guess kind of as a whole, but musicians all kind of help each other out,
I definitely
at least in most scenarios. And so typically, you know, if somebody knows of a guitar player looking, they'll send them our way. Vice
someone
versa.
knows someone.
Yeah.
Someone knows. Yeah.
Exactly. So
yeah, that's
I don't know if that answered
cool.
your question.
No, yeah, no, I get it 100%. So I want to go back. Obviously, Texas. You're from Texas. What have been some of like the best shows you've played and venues that you've gotten to play at so far? And your future, like what do you want to play?
Probably my all-time favorite venue we've gotten to play was Floor's Country Store in Helotes.
Yes.
That was obviously on the kind of bucket list thing, and we got to do that a few years ago. We were kind of spoiled our first time there because we opened for Steve Wariner out on the big door stage, and it was just under sold out. So I can't remember how many. It was 2,300 people or 2,200. So a lot of people got the big outdoor stage, had a great show. So that's been a huge highlight. Did get to do Green Hall some years ago, but it was right after COVID. So it was all the tables, and we had to do it acoustic. We were opening for Jason Boland. So got to do it, but as everyone,
cool,
everyone
want to go back.
Yeah, everyone, even the people that work there, they were like, you got to come back and get the full experience. So, but that was still cool to be there and to see everything. But man, now I'm drawing a blank on some of these other ones. But we've played at a lot of these places around Texas, and really most of them are great. And that, most of the ones here treat you great, all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean, going forward, I don't know, probably my main bucket list thing is like Red Rocks. Yeah. That is top of my list. Have you been there? I have not.
Oh, I have.
Really?
It's beautiful. I was there when Zach Bryan first played there, and it was snowing.
Yes,
I was at that show, and it was insane.
Nice.
Like, it was just, you think by pictures, you kind of know what it's like, but you don't know until you're there. Yeah. And it's just crazy.
No, I want to go, but that might be one of those, maybe I'll hold out until hopefully there's me playing there. I don't know.
Oh, exactly.
I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck.
Exactly. It's like, I was like, I'm not gonna go until someone like I really like
Yeah.
is playing there, and then I somehow got tickets, and I was like, okay, it was meant to be,
Hey.
and I flew there, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's definitely I can see why it's a bucket list venue to play.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I don't sing or anything, but like to be there, like on the stage looking up, I can't even imagine what it's like for an
but I'm
artist.
sure that's even cool place as a spectator too.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, especially if it was snowing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's crazy. I bet Billy Bob's is on yours
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and hopefully, that one might come a little sooner than Red Rocks.
Oh,
but
probably,
But yeah, no,
yeah.
Billy Bob's, of course. Yeah, thank you for reminding
Yeah.
me. I guess I got to shout out Billy Bob's. But no, that's definitely on the bucket list. Again, I've seen so many concerts there growing up. Talking about Cody Johnson, I've seen him there
Exactly.
2 or 3 times. Saw Clay Walker there. So
Billy Bob's is like, I'm not from Texas, so I'm from North Dakota.
okay,
And so I moved down here because my boyfriend lives down here. I never thought I was going to live in Texas ever. And last summer he took me on like a little trip. We went to Billy Bob's, and we went to Green and Whitewater Amphitheater.
Nice,
Those were what we saw last summer. And it was just crazy to see, like, wow, like Billy Bob's was crazy too, because I've never seen a place like it before.
Yeah.
It's like, and I'm like, this is normal, like in Texas? Like, it's crazy. And Green Hall, I went in August though, so I would not recommend.
Oh yeah.
It was hot, but it's definitely you can feel the history.
Did y'all eat at Grist Mill next door?
No, we didn't actually.
You missed
it was
out.
busy.
You got to go back.
We actually.
Oh, it's always busy, but it's good.
We're going back there in August.
Yeah.
But still, yeah.
Well, you got to go to Grist Mill.
Okay,
It's very
we
good.
will.
Worth the wait.
Yes, we will. But it's definitely like I love venues where you can feel the history.
Yeah.
Like you walk in, and even as a fan, you feel the history in it. Like, have you ever been to Kane's Ballroom in Tulsa?
That's one. No, we've not been there. That's another one that's kind of on the bucket list.
Like you can feel, like walking on the floors, you can feel like the history, and it's like insane. And you look around, and you're like, wow, all these people have played here before, and you're just like, that's crazy. Like you don't know it until you play. I bet till you play there, you're kind of like, whoa.
Yeah. No, Kane's. I think we had actually had an offer. I think we were supposed to open up for like Casey Donahue there, but it was again. Talk about the COVID times,
Yeah,
but I think that was one of those shows that got canceled.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because that was like 5 years ago, which is crazy to think about. How do you think that changed kind of the trajectory of like music today? I always love to hear artists' opinions about this.
I don't know. It's a good question. Definitely like right after, even when things were opening up, it slowed down. The business a lot because obviously still had, some people were still kind of scared to get out and about, understandably. But look, I think now it's kind of coming back.
Yeah.
But I hear mixed, because obviously we get to talk to a lot of like venue owners and stuff, and you kind of hear mixed opinions on kind of the music business and like concerts right now. In terms of some of them will say, hey, the market's fully back, we're doing good, and then some will say, hey, it's never really fully come back. But I think there was a thing that came out the other day that like ticket sales overall of concerts are down still.
Yeah. And that's so weird to think about because like I go to so many concerts and I'm thinking I don't even remember what it was like 5 years ago when I couldn't go to one.
Yeah.
Because I've just been going to so many.
Yeah. The good thing is a lot of these smaller towns where we play these honky tonks and stuff, those people show up.
Yeah, exactly. They would have showed up 5 years
Our kind
ago.
of people.
Yeah, exactly. They
Yeah.
would have showed up 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like they just want the music, which I think is really important. Even thinking about like going out and playing all these smaller little like honky tonks in bars, like when you play there, you're kind of like, wow, these are like my people that I want to be with.
Oh yeah,
because they're crazy and rowdy, but like you're having a good time.
Yeah.
Have you played a listening room?
I think we have. I couldn't tell you which one. I think we've done. We've done some stuff, and I don't know if it was technically a listening room, but definitely listening room type settings.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah, well, it's like Do-Si-Do in
Do-Si-Do,
Houston.
yeah.
So I'd consider that kind of more listening room.
Yeah.
And they're fun. They're cool. We'll do them, but we definitely prefer the more beer drinking rowdy.
Lively,
like Do-Si-Do, but that's like a great venue.
Do-Si-Do is a great venue regardless. Yep. Like you can go there and the listening room's fine because one, they also have good food. And we saw J.R. Carroll there.
Gotcha.
And that was just crazy. And I feel like it's a good way for artists to connect with the crowd a little.
Yeah.
Because you can just talk and they can even respond.
Yeah, it's a little bit more laid back, I guess, yeah.
We went to last Saturday we saw Cat Hasty at the Heights Theater in Houston. And it was like a seated show, and there were tables and seats, and it was kind of different.
Yeah.
Honestly, the older I get, the more of a fan I'm being of seated shows.
Yeah, we've done. We did a couple of seated shows. So back again, with Steve Warner, we did like 9 or 10 shows with him. I think it was the last time he did like a full band tour. And so we got to play 2 theaters with him. So we played one in Arlington and one in Waco. So that was our first time doing the whole seated theater thing. So, and it was still a lot of fun. And those places are, these were like the old timey, like legit theaters. So again, talking about kind of the history of places, that was really cool. And they were really good shows, and they were still a lot of fun. But it's definitely a different dynamic. Everyone's sitting there just,
It's kind of awkward sometimes, but like now I'm kind of like, oh, a chair to sit in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's nice. But it's like still, like when you can get up and get rowdy, like that's fun.
Yeah.
But have you been to a Billy Bob's seated show?
Yeah, we have.
Okay. It's kind of weird at Billy Bob's in a sense sometimes.
Is it because of the picnic table seating?
Yeah, the picnic table seating. We saw Charles Wesley Godwin there last August, and it was kind of like, felt weird to be seeing a show of his sitting down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
feel like some artists it's okay.
Yeah, I think the few times, again, going to see Cody Johnson there, I think we did those picnic table seats.
It's kind of a weird vibe.
Yeah, the last time I was there, that was on my birthday. This was years ago now, but seeing Clay Walker, and we ended up just buying general admission tickets and walking around.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's different. It's cool. I know my boyfriend's family went to see Zach Top there when it was packed.
Oh yeah.
And they were just watching on the little screen.
Yeah, that can be the problem with the GA tickets at Billy Bob's.
And so you're kind of just like, oh. But still, think about being at Billy Bob's. There's more to do than being at the concert.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of ground to cover there.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole gift shop. There's a whole like little rodeo. Like there's a billion pool tables. Like you're bound to find something. So it's crazy. But yeah, so to get back on like your page with music, what is kind of coming for you in the future? Like, do you have plans for new music? Or everything?
Yeah, we actually
kind of the vibe?
Actually just got out of the studio this past week. So we already have a couple more songs ready to go that recorded a while back. And then we obviously just put out, our latest single June 9th, I think it was. That was a song called Keep Me Up that we'd been looking forward to getting out for a while. Wrote that with Trent Willman.
Yeah, it was great.
2021. That was a while ago.
Crazy.
So been waiting to put it out. We redid vocals on it a handful of times. We really believe in the song. So anyways, but just got out of the studio. We went and tracked 3 new songs. So those will be done here in the next couple months. But we really haven't decided what we're going to do. I just had a phone call with my management team yesterday and kind of discussing, do we keep doing the single route? Because that's, if you go look at my Spotify, it's kind of funny because I put out my album in 2020, and then ever since then it's like all singles. So it's like 10 or 11 singles or something like that. But it's kind of the name of the game now.
It's music's weird these days.
Yeah, so we're trying to decide if we want to take these new songs and kind of wrap them up into an EP, or do we stick with the single thing, or do we do 2 songs here, 2 songs?
Yeah.
I don't think there's really a correct answer, but it just depends what you want to do.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like in the music scene, there's artists that are like always dropping, like Hudson Westbrook. I feel like he drops a new song almost like
Gavin Adcock.
Yeah,
he's like constant.
Yeah, it's constant, and it's crazy to think about because I'm like, I mean, I don't mean this in a mean way. Like, I love their the music, but it's just sometimes it's a lot, and it's almost like overwhelming. So I feel like here and there is a good sprout, and obviously like EP routes. Like some of my favorite like albums are EPs.
Yeah. No, I think I like the EP, especially doing like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe, and we could even split it up and do like 2 EPs, 2 or 3 at a time. But no, I like those. The album thing, I kind of get worried about that because I feel like, at least in my opinion, unless you're like a bigger artist, you definitely run the risk of people skipping over your songs. Obviously, if they don't know you, they're not probably going to take the time to listen to 12 songs or 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But hey, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's your music. If you want it out in the world, put it out. Yeah.
But so to answer your question, we do have a lot of new music in the future.
Good.
Just don't know when or how.
When or how? Yes. But at least people know that there's new music. Well, is there anything else you kind of want to touch on? Or?
I don't think so. Just go to my website, haydenhaddock.com, buy some merch, come out to a show. We're playing all over the dang place, and we hope to see y'all at a show.
Yeah, perfect. Thank y'all for watching The Buzz with KDB and listening. We'll see you next week.